Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing my VCT EMEA and America's playoff Pickems. Going to go through both brackets, pick who I think is going to win each match, and who I think is going to inevitably make Shanghai. I'm always curious to see what people think about these. I think some of these are kind of less than consensus takes, in my opinion, just because a lot of these I just go with gut feel. So like even if I think, oh, maybe there's going to be an upset here, I'll usually go with the underdog that I initially think when I look at the game. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, as I said. Also, make sure to stay tuned for my upcoming Shanghai content. I'm going to be going power rankings, top 20 players, everything like that. Maybe some other videos in there. Obviously, Pickems. I don't even know what the format's going to be. Could be the same as Madrid. Not exactly sure. Interested to see what that is. If you know what it is in the comments below and it was posted somewhere, let me know. But without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so we're starting here with EMEA, where we got Fnatic versus Liquid. I mean, I don't think this game should be too close. Obviously, Fnatic has not been playing well, or at least up to their standards. But Mini is back in the coaching room as well. He was there for the last game of the regular season. I think he'll be there for playoffs as well, from what I know. I haven't heard anything other than the fact that I saw him on the stream and that Sliggy said he was there, I think, or somebody else did on Plat Chat. Not exactly sure, but regardless, I think Fnatic should win this game. I don't really think Liquid should be in playoffs. I thought they were the third best team between them, BBL, and Vitality. I think the team that was the best from that group was the team that actually finished last in the group, being Vitality. But I would have believed that in them a little bit more in this game. I probably would have picked Vitality, honestly, had they made it here. But Liquid's not winning this game unless they continue to build upon what they've showed in that last week, which was really good against Gentlemates, I won't lie. But this team has been so inconsistent. Like, they've shown flashes of being able to do that, and they finally put it together in a game. But Gentlemates played really bad. I don't see them making it past Fnatic. And even if they win this game, they're just going to go 0-2 from here. So I'm going to pick Fnatic because I think they have also just a better chance to go a little bit further in the tournament as well. Then Na'Vi Heretics. I mean, it's a tragedy that this is a single elim game because I think these are probably two of the top three teams, honestly. I think the top three teams are honestly on the same side of the bracket, being Heretics, Na'Vi, and Foot. But right now, and honestly historically, you can just look back at kickoff. Heretics beat Na'Vi in the single elim game to make it to Madrid, and I think they're going to do that again here, except this one doesn't directly qualify them. And yeah, Na'Vi are going to miss out, which feels wrong, but I mean, Heretics, I think, just looks so good with Woot in the roster. I thought he was going to look good. I forget what game of his that I watched, but I thought he was very solid, mechanically talented. I just wanted to see more development with the util. And that's still there, but my lord, the mechanics are better than what I even saw. To be fair, I watched one game of him, which is something that I've kind of learned that I probably shouldn't do. I should probably just watch more of some of these players in the off season. But I just wanted to get them done so I could do player rankings and stuff, because I took 3 months off after I did my rebuild stuff. But whatever, going on a tangent here. Moving on to Karmine Corp Fnatic, another playoff rematch from kickoff. This time, I'm going to take Fnatic. Now, I know that's not a popular take, but in a game like this, when Karmine Corp historically has been choking a little bit in some of these games, and when I don't think they're playing as well, I think the mid-rounding is going to get hard diffed by Boaster. I just think this is a bad matchup for Karmine Corp, even though I do like the anti-stratting against Fnatic, but I don't think Fnatic is doing a lot of the same stuff anymore. So I think it's going to be a little bit harder to do that. So I think if Fnatic can maybe get a breeze through, which I don't think they will, honestly. Let me see what KC's been banning. I don't remember. Because I know they let it through in one of their games. They banned Sunset against Heretics. They banned Ascent against Koi. Like, I think if Fnatic can get, like, an Ascent or a breeze through, I think they should be able to win that map. And then I think they'll win one of the other 2 maps as well. So, I don't think this is going to be a very popular take, but I think this honestly has more to do with me being low on Karmine Core than it does me being high on Fnatic. Then, moving on to Foot Heretics, I think probably the 2 top teams in EMEA, especially in this scenario that Heretics wins. But Foot, I mean, have been playing insane. Like, their individual form is just unbelievable. CNED is probably the best player in EMEA right now. Krax has been farming recently. Yedije, honestly, I don't want to say he's been disappointing. I think he has met expectations for me, maybe a little bit under. I thought he was really good in the offseason, and I think especially more towards the, like, now, like, more recently, I think he has been playing to that expectation as one of the better Sentinel players in EMEA. Fallen has been shooting as an IGL. Ada Captain has been playing really, like, is a really, really clutch player for them. And I really think this is the best roster in EMEA right now. Maybe Na'Vi, you could argue, but I don't think Fnatic is there anymore. I think they've been playing worse as of late. But I think, like, top to bottom, on paper, this roster is the best in EMEA right now. That being said, I think they will lose this game to Heretics. I just think Heretics is on such a hot streak right now. I think the momentum will carry them through this game. Woot going up against the Turkish team. I think that's going to... I think it was Woot no, it's Rienz that's Turkish, right? Oh, no, they're both Turkish. Okay, well, there you go. The 2 Turkish players going up against the Turkish team. And I don't know. I think Rienz is really good. Like, I think this whole Heretics roster is also really good. Except I don't think they have really the calling. I think you could absolutely see Foot just hard mid-round diff them. Because I think that's been a thing for Heretics recently. The callings really dropped off from Boo. I almost said Boof. But yeah, I don't know. I just think Heretics individually is on a hot streak right now. And you'll see that in this game, I think. Then you have Karmine Core Foot, and I think for a lot of the same reasons, I'm going to take Foot over Karmine Core. And just also individual diff. Like, when it really comes down to that, I think Foot will have the better individuals. They'll have the better mid-rounding of the day. I think Karmine Core could have some nice anti-strats. Like, I think they'd play better against the Lotus comp this time if Foot bring out the Lotus. But, I mean, Foot could just change the comp for this game and they'd be fine. So, I don't know. There is a chance Karmine Core makes Shanghai, especially because they only have to win 1 game. But right now, I can't see them doing it just because of the form that they're in. Like, yeah, they won their group at 3-3, and they did it off map differential, I believe. So, I don't know. And even then, like, they 2-0 Giants, and then they got maps on the other 3 teams, even though this Foot game, they kind of got owned in. Like, Foot was running a no duelist comp on Bind, and Karmine Core barely won. Foot destroyed him on the other 2 maps. Against Na'Vi, on Bind, they destroyed him. I mean, Karmine Core looked really good on Bind, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But, like, the other 2 maps, they got destroyed on. And then Heretics was a bit of a closer game. Like, I think you could argue that there's a world where Karmine Core 2-0s them. But I'm going to take Foot, personally. I'm also yapping right now, so I need to move on. But I do think these should be the 3 teams that make it through. I think I could see Foot winning this game and then them making it through. But I said this in my Pacific Pickems. I just care that I get the 3 teams right. I got 2 out of 3 in Pacific. I hope I can get all 3 in EMEA. And I don't really care about these games as much, but I'm going to take Heretics here, and I'm going to take Foot here over Fnatic. And then I'm going to take I'm going to take Foot in the final for the rematch. I think I originally had Heretics in the Pickems that I did just to like look at it beforehand. But yeah, these are my picks for EMEA. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And now moving on to Americas. All right, now moving on to Americas, where we'll start with Cloud9 G2. I have been notoriously low on Cloud9 throughout really this entire split. Like, yeah, they've been really solid. Like, Oxy has been unreal in some games. But when you look at games like the 100 Thieves game that they played, like some of the kickoff games that they played, when they play teams playing their best, Oxy does not play well. And I think part of it is his inconsistency. And I mean, them relying on him in terms of a lot of their, like, the way they play the game, it relies on him a little bit. I don't necessarily think the rest of the individuals are bad. So I do still believe in Cloud9. I do still believe that Vanity is a really good caller, that Zeppa's playing really well, Moose and Rooney are playing well at times. But that 100 Thieves game really scares me. It's not going to scare me off of picking them against G2. Not that I think G2 is bad. I just think G2 is not the team to shut down Oxy. When you have Icy going up against him, it's not a good matchup. Like, I know duelist matchups don't really matter that much. Like the 1-to-1 across team, or yeah, like the two teams. But if Oxy's winning that consistently, that battle, I just don't see a way G2 wins this. Now, I do believe in the other 4 players here on G2 to diff the other 4 players on C9. Like, I think Valen's a better caller. I think Jonah's a better flex. Leaf is a better sentinel. And Trent is a better initiator, honestly. But I just think this is going to come down to if Icy performs well. I think if Icy... I think if Icy performs better than Oxy in this game, then G2 should win. I think they would be the overwhelming favorites in my eyes, but I just don't see that happening, personally. Moving on to 100 Thieves Loud. Now, I am a 100 Thieves fan, and I do really believe in this team. I think this team is probably one of the best 100 Thieves teams we've seen, maybe since Berlin, maybe since Champs 22, right? Yeah, 22. But I think Loud is hitting their stride right now, really figuring out how they want to play the game in terms of playing more normal comps and everything. So actually, I'm going to take the experience in this game. Now, 100 Thieves is an extremely experienced team, but I am going to take Loud ever so slightly over them. Am I hedging because I don't want to be mad that both 100 Thieves lost and I got my pred wrong? Possibly. But as you'll see later, there is another side of the take with this game. Then Crew C9, I don't think this is much of a discussion. I know Crew didn't look as great against Leviathan, but they're playing C9, dude. Like, they're going to win this game. I mean, I could see C9 maybe dragging them into the mud a little bit, but no. Then Lev Loud. I know I said Loud's kind of hitting their stride right now. And actually, in my original Pickems, I had Leviathan. But I think I've convinced myself right now, in the gut feel thing, that Loud is going to win this game over Lev. Just because I don't even know how to describe it. It's just a feeling, man. That's all it is. Like, I get Lev is playing the best they've ever played. But the last time Loud played Lev, Aspas did not play well. And I think Sada kind of knows how to counter him a little bit, to the point where I think they could probably drag this over the line. This would be a really close game and probably a big upset, but I would take Loud here. And then I'm going to take Lev easy over Cloud9. So these are my 3 Madrid teams. The take was that I think whoever wins this game makes Madrid, no matter what. Like, I don't think... I mean, maybe C9 wins this game, and then I would honestly pick 100 Thieves or Loud against Crew in this one as well. Because this is... I mean, Loud being in the lower bracket here is probably the most likely scenario, but I'm going to take them in that. But But yeah, I think 100 Thieves or Loud makes Madrid. It just depends on who wins that game. Then Crew Loud. I'm going to take Crew again. I think they've been playing extremely well over the course of the season. Just pure fundamentals, nothing too great macro wise. So I mean, when they played, I think Loud had a better like macro like calling understanding of how to play the game, but also wasn't playing their best. So I think this should be a close game. But honestly, Crew has Kez in it. He's going to diff QCK. Kind of the same reason I had Cloud9 over G2. Except I also think the rest of the Crew roster is playing pretty well. Then I'm going to take Lev over Loud in the rematch. I think the whole map pool thing with the 5, like the BO5 here, I think plays a big factor. I'm assuming this is a BO5. If it's not, I'm going to be upset. But yeah, I think just Lev should be able to win this. They're the better team as well. And then I'm going to also take them in the grand final over Crew and have honestly a full South American representation from Americas at Shanghai. I always forget the name of the tournament. I need to remember that by the time we get to Shanghai, so I don't call the tournament Madrid, because that would be funny. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of these pick'ems in the comments below. I think this is going to be the less popular of the two, but I do have some weird takes, because I think when you get into the bracket play, it does get a little bit random in terms of like, oh, wait, Loud won this game? Like, I think people will be able to see, oh, you have Crew, Lev, Loud as your 3 Madrid team, or there you go, I just did it. Your 3 Shanghai teams, like, that makes sense. But I think in this fashion, I think people will be surprised by it. So, yeah, again, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.